Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this Wednesday evening at 7:18 p.m. We have a new podcast that we would like to introduce to you, the 6313 motherfucking podcast. Sports, boxing, MMA, all kind of fly shit. And we got two new hosts on the wave, nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and let these niggas go ahead and introduce themselves. Shout out to the 6313 podcast, episode 1. God damn it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What's up, baby? I'm JC. It's my man Cheatham.
Yeah.
You feel me? We bringing y'all everything sports, mostly boxing, the fight game. You feel me? MMA.
Combat sports alike, slap league,
Oh,
all that,
shit.
bare
Slap
knuckle
League is fire.
boxing.
Slap League is fire.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not, but we can go with it's fire just in case Dana White watch.
Okay. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Dana. All right, gentlemen. What y'all got on deck for the day, y'all?
Basically, just to give y'all an introduction, we from Baltimore, and the Buck came up in a barbershop together, talking sports, and we talk about sports all day long. You know what I'm saying? So we just wanted to put it on the air. You feel me, to the people.
Precisely.
That's love. Shout out to the people.
To the people. Yeah, so what's the first thing on the list we got today?
What y'all got for us today?
You had to look.
Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world.
Oh yeah, I'm glad we started there because that got like we can connect to some connectorship shit because I want to know what the fuck the IBF tripping about. But
Definitely gonna have to mute all phones.
That's a bet.
I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, what's going on with Tyson Fury? Yeah, what's going on,
Yo, so I've been saying like Tyson Fury is a good heavyweight, but he's 6'9", so he bigger than everybody that he gonna fight, and I think that people overrated him a little bit. Not to say that he wasn't good, but I always thought that people overrated him a little bit, and I think that this fight was just about the timing that it happened, and the type of guy that he was fighting was just total left field from what he been used to.
I've never heard of this fighter before.
Yeah,
Tyson
Usyk.
Fury?
No, the other guy.
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Usyk was undisputed is when you got all 4 belts.
Okay.
Usyk was the undisputed cruiserweight champion. That's 200 pounds.
Gotcha.
So he came up to heavyweight and got 3 belts when he beat Anthony Joshua, and then he just beat Tyson Fury for the last belt.
So he is the third two weight class undisputed champion right now.
Right.
And they all just happened within a year span.
Yeah.
It never happened before. And 3 people just did it in the past, a year?
Yeah, in the past year.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't think Tyson Fury was overrated by any stretch, for real. Like, I think he lost to a great fighter, for real. Like, honestly, I feel like the fight was so close that I don't care what you picked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you feel like Usyk won. All right, cool. I done talked to people that feel like they think Tyson Fury won. And I'm like, all right, well, shit. Like, I can see that, for real. Like, because I don't feel like one round win you a fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, now, it's not that I feel like that's the only round he won. At the same time, everybody going off him having Tyson Fury looking like the first nigga you beat at Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Like, had him wobbling all around the ring.
I watched it. So when I watched it, I scored the first 2 rounds for Usyk. So I scored the first 2 rounds for Usyk, and then I gave Fury 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I gave Fury 5 rounds. I gave Usyk 8, 9, 10, 11, and I gave him 12.
Okay.
But even if you gave Fury 12, the fight would be 6-6, but Usyk got a knockdown. So Usyk win by a point. But I had him winning by a point already, so the knockdown made it 2 points in my book.
See, I had it a draw. Like, I thought that knockdown put Usyk back in the game.
What round was the knockdown?
In 8.
9. It was 9.
It was a 9?
Yeah, it was 9.
Well, I thought the knockdown put Usyk back in the game. I thought Tyson Fury had completely taken everything the fuck over. You get what I'm saying?
How do you score if he has a knockdown?
It's a 10-8 round.
So every round,
Got it. I got you.
All right.
Like it's normally it's a 10-point scoring system.
I was looking at the system wrong. I was looking at the not the middle one, but the closest to the middle one, and them numbers is crazy. It say TS. What's TS?
TS, I don't know.
Nigga, you see these the rounds, and then it's TS. Is that total score? Yeah, that's
total score. Okay. Yeah, but it's a 10-round 10-point scoring system, and whoever win a round get 10, of course.
Right.
And normally, if you just win the round, say if you just lose the round, it's a 10-9. But if you lost the round convincingly, it could be a 10-8. Like especially if it was a knockdown or something like that, it'll be a 10-8 round. So, that round it was a 10-8 round. If it wasn't a 10-8 round, somebody was on some bullshit. And boxing from time to time be on its bullshit.
Definitely.
But if that wasn't it was a 10-8 round.
Everyone had that 10-8.
But even with that 10-8 round, I felt like he was on the climb back into it. You get what I'm saying? I think Usyk fought it to a draw. You get what I'm saying? I think Tyson Fury was up and Usyk fought his way back into it. You get what I'm saying? And my thing with boxing is that if it's a close round, they just give it to the champion. You get what I'm saying?
But both of them was champions, and Fury
but this nigga got 3 belts.
Fury was the favorite though, bro. So he can't even do that.
Gambling. That's what's the name. But I'm talking about just the with that champion grace that they get. When you got a 50-50 round, why it ain't never 9-9?
Right.
10-10. Why do it always have to be 10-9? You get what I'm saying? Because it was a close round. If I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, nigga, I don't know who won this round. And you looking at it like, shit, that was a close round. And he look at it like, yeah, shit, that definitely was a close round. Nigga, that shit is an even round. Why they never scored as an even round?
I mean, I could agree with that. But I mean, when I was watching the fight, so I picked Usyk going into the fight, right?
Okay.
So when I was watching the fight, like I said, I thought he won the first 2 rounds. But I gave Fury the next 5 rounds. And Fury really hurt him in round 6. You feel me? He buzzed him a little bit. Usyk stepped back a little bit crazy.
Everybody gave Fury round 6.
Exactly. He hurt him in round 6. So I gave Fury the next 5 rounds. I started feeling damn, and I knew even picking against him, this nigga is 6'9" at the end of the day. You feel me? Size really do matter in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Usyk was applying pressure the whole time, and he never changed. Nothing that Fury was doing was getting Usyk outside his game plan. You feel me? He kept the same game plan. He kept Fury on the back foot. Fury was trying to play against the ropes. And then I gave Usyk round 8, and then he hurt him bad in round 9. He knocked him down in round 9.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say the fight should have been stopped. I don't think the fight should have been stopped. I think it was too big of a fight to be stopped.
Especially that late.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he was flailing all around the ring, for real, I ain't mad if they stop it. You get what I'm saying? Bro, all right. I would have picked, I picked Tyson Fury to win in the joint, for real. Because I don't feel like he overrated. Because I just feel like if you 6'9" and nimble, I don't give a fuck what sport you play. Nigga, you most likely good at that motherfucker, for real. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I feel like you underrated Usyk at, though. Because it's not that Fury is nimble, it's that Usyk is much faster than him. Yeah, and Usyk is coming up. So in boxing, when a little guy is fighting a bigger guy, when he coming up in weight, you're used to fighting at a higher pace because the smaller guys fight at a higher pace. You know what I'm saying? So Usyk in the amateurs was a middleweight, a light heavyweight, and from the professionals he was a cruiserweight. But he still fight at a middleweight pace.
Okay.
And none of the heavyweights can really fight at that pace, and that's why I really picked him in this fight, because I was saying the angles and the head movement, he not easy to hit. You know what I'm saying? So Fury not just going to be able to jab him and stay off the back foot But
yeah,
it was a great fight, though.
He outpercentaged them in all 3 statistics on punching, jabs, power, and total.
Yeah, Usyk
He throw a lot. He throw a lot of punches. He throw a lot of punches, for real, to be a big guy.
Yeah.
Well, Fury threw more jabs
because he a big long guy.
Okay. He
Yeah.
threw 286, only landed 62. Usyk threw 147 and landed 48. So right there, goddamn.
Okay, so is Usyk? I want to ask: Is Usyk an all-time great and it's Fury. Where do you think Fury falls as far as the all-time great heavyweights? Both of them.
See, what Usyk is accolades. It's hard to say he's not an all-time great when you are one of the only people to be undisputed at cruiserweight and heavyweight, the biggest two divisions. You get what I'm saying? You literally the baddest man on the planet.
Hold on, I want to tell you this. So, when Usyk first became champion, right, at cruiserweight, the WBO, the guy that he fought was from Poland. He went to Poland and took the belt from him. He fought Michael Hunter, American, in America. He fought his next fight was a German champion in Germany.
Right.
He fought Maris Bradis in his country in Riga, Latvia. He won undisputed against Giashev in Russia. Then he defended it against Tony Bellew in the UK.
Yeah, Tony Bellew he ain't trash, bro. Like, but he
was the biggest name though at cruiserweight other than the champions. He was the biggest name.
I already told you, yo. Like, it ain't not one nigga on earth that as a kid they was like, when I grow up, I want to be the cruiserweight champion of the world.
When you
Not
to be
one
honest,
kid ever said that.
That always
ever.
been a division in boxing though that people don't really give a fuck about. Like
middleweight?
No, cruiserweight.
No,
Okay, all right, I'm about to say.
middleweight is 160. All right,
Middleweight is a thing.
Yeah.
I've heard you could want to grow up to be the middleweight champion of the world. Like middleweight is prestigious. Welterweight is prestigious. Lightweight is prestigious. Heavyweight is the most prestigious. Cruiserweight is like
Not so much.
Oh man, all right, nigga. I see. All right, you a boxer, nigga. You give me hands, bro. But I don't care what y'all doing.
He went to the UK to beat Dirk Chisora, the UK to beat Anthony Joshua. He beat Anthony Joshua in a rematch in Saudi Arabia. He beat Daniel Dubois, and he beat Tyson Fury. So, he is the only champion that literally went on the road to win every belt that he ever won.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's tough as fuck.
Just think about how tough it is in the NFL when you're a wild card team and you gotta go on the road every game.
You had that in your back pocket. You was like, I'm gonna say that.
Can't really get on this
motherfucker. For
real shit. Because when I seen it, I'm like, damn. I had to really think about it. Like, yeah, like Usyk. Because what's going on in the Ukraine? Like, he from the Ukraine. You feel me? So what's going on in the Ukraine? Like, he not gonna get no hometown fight.
Exactly.
But he been on the road every fight since he became a champion.
He probably happy as a bitch to be on the road. Nigga don't want to be there no more. For real, he went back and came back. Nigga,
I wouldn't want to be
yeah, he went over there and came back for real. Like, that's what's up. Like,
and
you a tough motherfucker.
Sending mad money back. You feel me?
Hell yeah. They need you to do that shit. My thing is, all right, now that we got the fight out the way for real, like, we can go back to the fight, but I want to know, why did the IBF strip yo the day after yo won the belt?
All right, so
the day after yo defended the belt against motherfucking Tyson Fury at that for real, like.
All right, so this is how I think about it. The belts in boxing is 4 belts: the WBA, the WBO, the WBC, and the IBF. The Ring magazine though means that you're the lineal champion. Yeah. That's the belt. That's the number one guy.
That's the guy.
Think that's the biggest belt in boxing, but people don't get it that credit because the sanctioning bodies. But I think that when a guy wins undisputed, he should vacate all of the other belts anyway, because it's like the sanctioning bodies don't work together. Okay. So you could have, if I'm the undisputed champion, I got all the belts, but I could have 4 different mandatory fights that I gotta, you feel me?
Because you the champ.
Exactly. And 4 different sanctioning bodies, and it's like, they don't work together and say, okay, this guy should be first, this guy should be second. Like, so at the end of the day, I think that you should vacate all the belts and fight. You should be able to fight who you want to fight because you became the undisputed champion.
No, I get that. So you don't hold up all the divisions. Yeah. But that's boxing fault for having all these fucking belts. Yeah. Right. If you don't want me to hold this shit up, nigga, take away some of these belts. Because if I'm a boxer, I want all that shit. Right. Like, I want the WBO, I want the WBC, the IBF, the WBA, I want the Gucci belt, I want the Prada belt, I want the motherfucking, I want all the belts. You get what I'm saying? And don't take them from me. Because I earned them. You get what I'm saying? Especially a day after I just defended him.
To answer your question, bro, it says the Ukrainian defeated Fury to unify WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF. He will only reign supreme for a short spell. One of those governing bodies is likely to strip away the title. Usyk is
IBF.
expected to face Fury again in an immediate rematch, but the IBF mandatory title challenger, Philip
Hergovich.
Thank you, sir, because I ain't know how the fuck to say that shit.
Yeah, Hergovich.
He's been waiting for his own title fight, and he's due like June 1st.
So,
See,
go
go ahead. No, go ahead.
all right, so Hergovich is fighting Daniel Dubois.
Yep.
June 1st on the 5v5 card. We're going to talk about that
And they
card a
great
little
fight
later.
about for the IBF.
Yeah, so that's a big card. So we're going to talk about that a little later. But, yeah, so they already stripped him of that belt.
Okay.
But, like I said, we know the reason why I say the Ring magazine is the best belt because we know who the number one champion is. We just seen him win the undisputed champion.
Yeah.
He undefeated. Nobody ever beat him. So we know who the champion is. So that's why I say that the champion should relinquish all of the sanctioning body belts because they don't have no set rules. The sanctioning bodies don't have no set rules in boxing. They just go by what's convenient at the time and what'll make them the most money. They get 3% of every title fight that's that's on. You feel me? So they just fought for 4 belts. Every sanctioning body got 3% of Usyk's purse.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So on that end, it's like, cause I heard Andre Ward talking about that shit. Like Andre Ward was like, "Where did the 3% go? Where the fuck y'all use it for?
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense. Where's the receipts for that 3%? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that makes sense for real. Like, if I ain't trying to keep giving y'all 3%, so fuck these
All right,
belts.
Let me see that.
But-
Let me see that boss, bro.
With the what?
The Patron.
But yeah, but on the other end, it's like, bruh, nigga, do not take my belt and then go give it to some niggas that ain't the champion. And now they great. These niggas is great fight for a championship when I'm the champion. And then all niggas gonna say is, why don't y'all fight? But I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him because yo not even that nice like that for real to
The
be
nigga Dubois,
the champion.
Usyk just beat him.
Yeah. So it's like, how you the champion? I just beat you, bruh. And honestly though, that fight had some bullshit with it. For real. That fight had some bullshit with it because they said that shit was a low blow. It took yo 5 minutes to recover. That shit was like right on your belly button.
It wasn't. It was on the belt line. I thought it was low.
He ain't hit him
I
in the dick.
thought it was like, all right, so you know where the belt line be at, where their name be at?
Yeah.
The nigga whole glove was where his name was.
Oh, all right.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
but they pull their pants up to they damn their chest. You get what I'm saying? Like he really hit him in his belly button. You get what I'm saying? And then they gave he dropped them pretty much off a body shot. And they gave 5 minutes to recover.
Oh,
now,
that's crazy.
Usyk was beating the fuck out other than that one punch. But it happened.
Yeah.
And you took that nigga's moment. Because it wasn't, they just was trying to set up this Tyson Fury Usyk fight. Dubois, Tyson Fury don't got as big of a
I've
ring
never
to
heard
it.
of Dubois.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But earned that moment. You get what I'm saying? And they took it from him because that shit, even if you say it's on the belt line, if it's on the belt line, it's not low. It's on the belt line. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Shout out to Trey Holiday in the chat.
So what's your top 10 pound for pound right now?
Damn, Tom.
Oh my God, this nigga want me to name 10 fighters for right now off the top of my head.
It can even just be 10 niggas you
I
like.
would say Usyk. I think Usyk take number one just off the fact that, bruh, they heavyweights. But that's not what pound for pound for though. That number one pound for pound is either Crawford or Usyk. Then in a way, because they fighting them little tiny people.
All three of them, they kind of separated themselves. All three of them.
Yeah. So they the top three.
Say
Whichever
those
one.
three again?
Right.
Usyk, Inoue, and Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
Like I ain't about to. What's Inoue first name?
I know you.
Inoue Inoue.
Anoya, NOA.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Yeah, this nigga name is Inaway.
Now this is gonna be an interesting show because I don't know shit about boxing. Y'all really about to have me on my boxing shit, fucking with y'all niggas.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We gonna have everybody on their
Canelo
boxing
can't get
shit.
no love.
Yeah, hold up. We gonna get to it.
Canelo
That's my
can't
favorite
get
boxer.
That's
no
his
love.
guy,
That's my
nigga,
favorite.
like-
We gonna get to
Hey
it.
yo, you gonna be tired of Canelo.
Oh my
Because
days.
that's what we probably argue about Canelo the most.
And shout out to Baltimore, no Tank in the top 3. You know niggas gonna have something to say about
Nah,
that.
Tank not a top 3
Nah,
pound
Tank.
for pound.
All right, go
Tank
ahead.
like
Keep it
top
rolling. Keep it rolling.
Yeah,
bro.
number
it's,
4.
It would have to be. I would have said Dev before he just lost. I guess T.O. Not T.O. I guess T.O. gotta be up there. He got 3 belts right now, right?
He got the ring magazine though. He got in the WBO.
Yeah, so he gotta be in that. He gotta be in the conversation.
He in my
got the
top.
ring back.
He in my top 10, but he not in my top 5.
I'm trying to think, like who got belts.
So Canelo, my number 4. So
Thank
we
you, sir.
we kind of agreed on the top.
Canelo
4,
gotta
top
be.
3.
Yeah, Canelo gotta
So-
be in there.
Usyk, my number 1.
Okay,
Inaway, my number 2.
gotcha.
Crawford, my number 3. Canelo, my number 4. Beterbiev is my number 5.
Okay.
175 champion. He got 3 belts. He got a 100%
Beterbiev?
knockout rate.
Damn.
He the only champion
How
in
many
boxing.
fights?
But
like
Bevo
20.
beat Canelo.
He number 6 on my.
Who beat Canelo?
Bevo.
Bevo?
When?
So why wouldn't Bevo be higher pound for pound than
He number 6
Beterbiev?
because he don't got a better resume than Beterbiev, and Beterbiev got a 100% knockout rate. He knocked out everybody.
I get you that. I get you that. Okay.
And he
I
got
get
3
you that.
belts.
Yeah.
You feel me? But they number 5 and 6 on my list, and then I got Tank 7. I got Bam Rodriguez 8. Bam ready to fight Gallo Estrada. That might be the fight of the year, baby. June 29th. It's in Phoenix,
my guy.
Arizona.
Okay.
You feel me?
That pay-per-view?
No, it's on the zone though.
Hey.
But Bam,
Shout out to Zone too.
yeah, the zone taking over boxing. But Bam number 8,
PBC hat was this close.
T.O. number 9, and Shakur number 10.
So Shakur Stevens is not retired.
Hey, yo,
He was
I'm high,
bluffing,
yo.
yo.
I just can't think of no boxes right now because we not talking about them for
He
real.
said it's
but
Shakur Stevenson. That we was ready to
I
get to
don't
him.
think
We can
Shakur in
talk
that
about him right
motherfucker
now.
for real.
He ain't on your list.
Nah. I'm trying to replace
I mean,
his ass right
he-
now for
He
real.
a 3
like,
division champion, right? You feel me?
I'm
But,
trying to
I mean,
replace this nigga immediately. I don't think he get to be higher than Devin.
Even after
I feel
Devin
you.
go
I
fight.
feel you.
Devin go. If it's one thing about Devin
He
go
gonna
fight.
Yeah,
He go fight.
He gonna go fight them niggas.
Don't fight him. Next thing you know, he in the ring with you. You get what I'm saying? Like if like he
But that's-
gotta still be in the. A law shouldn't take him out the conversation.
That's what I want, like, boxing to get back to. Like, a lot of times when a nigga lose, it's like we lose. We want to throw him in the trash can. We don't want to see him no more.
Yeah.
Shoot,
And
we
it's
might as
like
well shoot his ass.
sometimes, like most of the times, a nigga get better from a loss. A nigga learn from a loss. You feel me? Like that's when you should want to see him more.
Mm-hmm.
So like I appreciate the niggas that is a boxing fan. I just want to see the fights. So I appreciate, for me, my favorite fighters is the guys that fight often. You feel me? And of course if they fight good, but nigga gotta be consistent and fight often. Some niggas only be fighting one time a year,
Yeah.
one time every 2 years.
Protecting the interests.
So
Yeah, it's because boxing is like we love boxing, but like to be honest, boxing like a D-tier sport right now. Like if you making the money, you want to keep making the money. It ain't like the money constantly coming in. You get what I'm saying?
what
And
do
then
you-
you could be highly decorated in boxing and don't nobody give a fuck.
What do y'all think would take boxing back to the precipice of, you know?
That was one of your
yeah,
points.
one of my
for
points.
real.
Go
That
ahead.
was- yeah.
I'm gonna let him go first.
Honestly, I would say one set of rules.
Unified
Yeah,
for everything though.
for everything.
So you down with the weight classes and breaking them down by weight classes, but all the weight classes have the same rules.
see, like boxing is retarded, bro. Like
You
all
can't
right.
say that on podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. But look, boxing is stupid because one state you can have a standing 8 count.
Right,
This one state right next to it, don't have a standing 8 count.
Exactly.
The state right over top of that 3 knockdown rule. But
Okay.
the 2 states under that, no 3 knockdown rule. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yo,
so,
that's really how it is,
Yes.
yo.
so boxing is like, not only that, you got the different governing bodies, IBF, WBA, all that shit. The WBA and the IBF is like, all right, well, we about to start this hydration clause. Y'all ain't about to keep coming in this bitch all big and shit like that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? The other 2 weight classes, they still like, let them come in big. Like, it just need to be one set of rules, bruh. Like, and if it was one set of rules, then the casual fans would be able to understand this shit more. And
it's
would
always
bring
more
fans.
casual fans
I
than
get-
real fans.
Because of that, Darius, not to cut you off, brother, can I give y'all my opinion before you
Go
get
ahead.
into your shit
Yeah.
real quick? I've seen this before. You know what they have to do first to get everything unified? They have to go before the Supreme Court and say that it's sports entertainment. That's the only way you can get around all that state shit.
Right.
Nah.
It gotta be
I
one
think
guy though.
I'll tell you the precedent for it. It's fucking wrestling. That's how they were able to expand nationally. They had to go to the Supreme Court and they was like, yo, this shit is rigged. So we don't need your we don't need to have your medical guy there. We got our medical guy. We don't have to go by your sanctions because it's self-contained within our product. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I get you. But
The
like,
NFL did it.
see, that like, it's not like it's any different with MMA. MMA sometimes it's like you got 2 hands on the ground, I can't knee you. 1 hand on the ground in Nebraska, I can knee you. But in Arkansas, you got no hands on the ground. You get what I'm saying? It's just different rules. But it still ain't as bad as boxing, because boxing, you got the different promoters and you got the different belts and then you got the different. It's so many different rules. Now you got the side of the street, and you with PBC, I'm with Top Rank, and we don't do business together.
Yeah, the
now
promoters really fucked
it's
it up.
so much red tape. It's so much other shit that got there's other shit like involving the fight that has something to do with the fight that ain't got, you get what I'm saying, other than just the fight itself.
For sure.
It's too much bullshit, and that's why fans don't get what's going on.
Understood.
You get what I'm saying?
All right, let me hear what Darius.
So I agree with everything he was saying.
Okay.
So I think that what boxing got the potential to be the #1 sport in the world, because honestly everybody be interested in it. Like,
and it's the purest.
It's
form of
combat.
yeah, it's the
Combat.
it's the purest,
Everybody
it's the
loves
purest form
combat.
of combat, hand-to-hand combat, and it's like I said, it got the potential to be the #1 sport in the world. Everybody is interested in boxing when it's a good fight.
Facts.
But the problem is we don't get too many good fights. So, it be hot for a minute, and then we go through a long stretch where we just seeing fights that we really don't need to see.
Because you waiting
And I
for the
think
prime
that-
matchup.
I think that the difference between boxing and every other sport is that boxing don't have a tournament. No type of tournament. It's every sport that we watch.
Like a playoff.
Exactly. Every sport that we watch, from college basketball with March Madness, from college football with the golf with the Masters, everything that we watch got a tournament style at the end to determine who the best. In boxing, it's just like, it is what it is. We match up who can make money together or who we want to match up together at the moment, and there's no structure to it. You feel me? It just go
At all.
It just flow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It don't
when a
even
nigga
flow.
fight,
Sometimes they make shit happen.
like who your favorite fighter, bro?
Right now?
Right.
Active?
Yeah.
Canelo?
Canelo. All right, so Canelo fight. He Mexican, so he fight Cinco de Mayo in May, the first weekend of May, and he fight Mexican Independence Day.
September.
We don't know who he gonna fight.
But we know he fighting them days.
We don't know who he gonna fight though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But most niggas though, like Tank fight June 15th against Frank Martin.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who he fighting next.
Right.
We don't know who it could possibly be. We don't know where it's gonna be at. We don't know none of that shit. You feel me? Like,
okay. I see
in
the
every
parallel.
other
I see the
sport,
parallel.
in every other sport, you can kind of project what's going to be next. Like, okay, these guys matching up, and the winner going to get this.
Yeah.
It's none of that in boxing.
Gotcha.
And I think that's exactly what will fix the sport.
Okay, with that being said, Darius.
That's dope, though.
With that being
That's
said, the only precedent I have for a tournament of that liking is like UFC when they first started doing it.
Right.
And they had to stop doing the like one night tournaments because
Right.
niggas was getting fucked up by the end of the night. So if you
Right.
could present some sort of tournament format, how would you present it, and like how long would it carry out?
So
and all
all
that
right. So and even in the UFC, I think that the UFC, everything is guided by money. So money gonna talk at the end of the day. If you got a money matchup, it's gonna be bigger than another matchup or whatever. But in the UFC, their standings and their rankings is more structured.
Okay.
Whereas
yeah,
though you don't get a title shot until you beat somebody that we really know
okay.
and respect. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I call a gatekeeper. You feel me? A lot
Yeah.
of people don't really understand what a gatekeeper is. It's like, it's a guy that everybody respect and like to see in the division, but sometimes he just don't win the title shot or he loses biggest fights. So in the UFC, you don't get a title shot until you beat that guy. In boxing, you can get a title shot just because you got a name or just because people want to see you fight. And it's like, bro, who did he beat to be the number one contender or the mandatory? But people saying, bro, he the mandatory. Why the champion not giving him a title shot? And the champion looking like, bro, I really fought to become the champion. You feel me? To become what I am. You feel me? I really fought to get here. Who did he fight? And that's how boxing is.
See, boxing,
But
I
hold
just
up.
feel like
Real quick. What's up with the tournament though? How would you set that up?
So I would set it up like basically just like anything else. Like it would be the top 10. So
Okay.
number 1 will fight number 10.
All right.
Number 2 will fight number 9.
All right.
Number 3, number 8. Number 4 will fight number 6. Number 7. You feel me? And so on and so on. So it would just match up in the best. You feel me? It like a tournament, like anything else.
How long would you give them in between fights?
3 months.
That's kind of dope.
So in boxing,
Yeesh.
the
I feel
average.
like a lot can change in 3 months though. Like that
Yeah.
nigga that lost.
So
You know
all
what I
right,
mean?
in boxing, I would want them to fight more than that. You feel me? But in real life, like in boxing, if a guy fight 3 times a year, in today's
he
era,
active as fuck.
he active.
He maxing out.
Like
Yeah,
you
he
get what I'm
active
saying?
as fuck,
Most
yeah.
guys fight 1 time or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like if a guy fight 3 times a year or 4 times, he active. So 4 is 12 months in a year. So if you fight every 3 months, you can fight 4 times. I would like to see the top athletes fight 4 times a year.
I'm with it. See them what you got,
See,
bro.
I just wanted to add on to what he was saying about the gatekeepers.
Okay.
Boxing don't do a good job of building stars, so the gatekeepers in boxing actually are still contenders. You get what I'm saying? Like when you lose in boxing, they instantly be like, "Are you a gatekeeper now?" You get what I'm saying? Just because you got 1 loss, but that guy really is a contender. He's still fighting for a chance to be a champion again, right? And UFC, they do a great job of not only just like their stars, like marketing their stars, but even their gatekeepers. Like people know who they are and they can sell fights off their gatekeepers. So that young boy that's coming up, say like Donald Cerrone, he's never been a champion. He ain't never been higher than number 4. Yo is like OG gatekeeper.
Right.
At the same time, when Donald Cerrone had a card, it still sell. Because people want to see Donald Cerrone for some reason.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So let me tell you why I think that's not the case with boxing. In boxing, because it's not no structure, we build fights based off of what we think is good fights. So we just see 2 guys, right, in the division. They could be undefeated, and we just be like, that's the fight I want to see. I think he the best. I think he the best. Like, and these 2 guys ain't fought the rest of the division to even determine if this is the best fight. You get what I'm saying? So it be like 10 other niggas that you should really want to see in the division that you're not paying no attention to because you build your off the eyeball test. You done built these 2 athletes against each other, and it's like, bro, that ain't the fight that we really need to see because we gotta see them go through the gauntlet first. And there's no gauntlet because there's no tournament style.
And that's where another reason why I feel like boxing just need to have one set standard, because it's either you gonna go by the ranking system, or you gonna go by who make the most money. It makes sense that you go by who make the most money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think if you going by traditional sports, it got to be the ranking system. But at the same time, it is entertainment. You got to rent out MGM Grand. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? And you got to make the money to pay that back, and you're not doing it to break even. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, it got to be the money guys. Yeah. But if it's that, let's just say that.
Right.
But don't have this decoration-ass ranking system for real.
Yeah, like, my thing is, it can still be about money and the rankings at the same time if they do it the right way. Because I think that it's always about money because they got to make money to keep the company rolling, to keep putting on the fights. So it got to be about money to an extent. But at the same time, it's a sport, so it got to be a ranking system. But like I said, the problem is we think that as boxing fans, we missing out on a fight because we built it as a fight that we want to see in our head. But these two guys not really the best guys because they ain't shown that they the best in the division. We just think that we think that we want to see Tank versus Shakur. But it's still Lomachenko got a belt, and it's still another champion that just won a belt.
He got a belt.
Yeah, he just won.
He just
so hold up. First of all,
my favorite fight.
For the Ukraine, that's your second favorite fight.
Fuck yeah.
So in the Ukraine just got 3 champions in the last week.
Triple G, my third.
Triple G.
God,
yo, he ain't gonna like you, yo. Cheater ain't gonna fuck with you, yo. I lie to you not,
this
yo.
nigga named all the niggas that I be like, man, yo, they.
So all right, so like I told you, it's at 135, Shakur got the WBC.
All right.
Tank got the WBA. Lomachenko got the IBF. And Dennis Berinchik got the WBO. He just won last weekend. He beat Navarrete.
Shut up.
I picked Navarrete. He upset Navarrete. It was an ugly fight, though, but he upset Navarrete. He got the WBO belt at 135.
Got it.
And, yeah, so it's like, if you want to see Tank and Shakur, that's cool. But let them beat the other niggas in the division. That's, you feel me? Like, let it be tournament style to see who the best fight the best. Not just a fight that you want to see.
See, but that's why the fights don't happen. Because Tank's so big of a star. Tank is so much more of a star than them niggas that you got to rent out this building. It costs so much money. And this nigga ain't gonna bring in one fan. You get what I'm saying? Yo going to sell a bunch of tickets to his family.
He giving them away.
He giving them bitches away.
Nah, I don't know. Like, that's the thing about it, though. Like, it depends on who you fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think him and Lomachenko will be big? And
then the court of public opinion. You get what I'm saying? Like, the casual fans don't know shit about boxing. And what's Roger Mayweather said that for real?
Yeah.
The niggas don't know shit about boxing for real. But the casual fan, you could, like right now, Terrence Crawford about to fight the number 5 nigga in the world for real. And niggas like, yo ain't even fighting nobody. Yeah. But yo is the number 5 nigga on earth at that weight class. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? But niggas say he ain't, that court of public opinion is deep as a bitch because you could really be fighting a killer. But if they don't know him, fuck that nigga.
Do y'all watch the Olympics when they come around?
I love the Olympics. But
the Olympics come on like 3 in the morning, bro.
Hey, yo, but I haven't never watched boxing in the Olympics. But I love.
But that's what I'm talking about, just boxing in the Olympics.
And on YouTube.
I pay attention to it, though.
Now,
we keep
are y'all familiar with the format? Because that's tournament style.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what if niggas ran that?
Everybody would have to come on. All right, look. The way boxing work is, this is why it couldn't be a tournament, right? Like, say, we all different promoters. Mm-hmm. You got your 3 fighters.
Okay.
He got his 3 fighters. I got my 3 fighters.
Okay.
Niggas is trying to get all our 3 fighters to fight. But every time it comes, all right, now it's my fighter versus your fighter. We got to make it sweet for us. We got to come out in the plus in that. Mm-hmm. So if the math don't math, then that's fight not happening, bruh. So the same shit with y'all. Y'all might do better business with each other. Me and you might bump heads every time. But me and this nigga might do solid business together. You get what I'm saying? But you get up like
right. Yeah.
It just like that's why the fights. It would never be a tournament. Right now, it's actually about to be one.
You keep talking about the business. This nigga talking about like the sport and the purity of it. That's why he talking about the tournament. Now the tournament would make money in a sense, but of course you're not going to get the matchups people want to see in the tournament because it's at the will of the draw and whoever beat whoever.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy because we normally swapping because he normally talk about the business. I normally be talking about the boxing.
But so
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, D.
All right, we ready to talk about me and you like.
right, go ahead.
Canelo. You feel me? Canelo versus
Shout out my guy.
Benavidez. First of all, a couple different things. How you think that fight will play out? Why hasn't it happened? And yeah.
I think Benavidez will beat the fuck out Canelo. Well, he wouldn't beat the fuck out Canelo, but he would beat him. You get what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna happen because it's too many sets of rules and standards, and he got too much control over his own destiny.
And he won 200 million.
Yeah, he won 200 fucking million. Like, and that's the thing. A nigga can say that. Oh yeah, I'll fight you for a bazillion dollars. How about that?
What's
All
up?
right, so let me say this, bro. All right,
got?
so that's just a bargaining tool that niggas be doing.
Right.
So we just seen Fury versus Usyk. Fury said that he wanted 500 million to fight Usyk.
Okay.
That's documented. He said that. I can pull up the interview. He said that. You get what I'm saying? So that's just a bargaining tool. But he got over 50 million.
80.
You get yeah, exactly. And he wouldn't have got that.
Had he not set the.
You get what
I
I'm
guess
saying? Like exactly. You feel me? Different people put they foot in the pot when you do different things, and you know it's a big fight. But Canelo, I think that it's a fight. Canelo versus Benavidez is a fight that he gotta have. He can't retire without fighting David Benavidez.
It should have
It's
been happening.
It's an absolute duck. We gonna get to we gonna get to that part. But it's an absolute duck if
Okay.
he retire without fighting David Benavidez. However, Canelo, the fight, I think should happen now because I think it's the time now. But people been saying that he been ducking him for years, but David Benavidez wasn't fighting nobody. Like I said, the tournament style, like he just fighting anybody, but because people like him, they pushing him to the front of the line saying, he the number one guy, he the number one guy. But it's like Canelo fighting champion after champion after champion, and we talking about David Benavidez.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's either we gonna go by this ranking system in the belt shit or the clout. Because if you going by the belts in the ranking system, this nigga was a champion and he was the youngest champion and he you're mandatory. You get what I'm saying? Like you did whatever.
How did he become mandatory? That's the part that y'all skipping over. How did he become mandatory? Who he fight to become mandatory?
He was the niggas he was fighting. He was beating them up brutally.
It ain't about that.
I get exactly.
It's who he was beating, and who Canelo was fighting at the same time.
I get exactly what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. It's either we gonna pick the ranking system, or we gonna pick the money. You get what I'm saying? Right? Because right now, it's the money.
So listen, bro. So Canelo versus Benavidez has always been a big fight.
Okay.
Right? But Canelo came into this is David Benavidez's division, 168.
Gotcha.
Right? Canelo fought Kovalev at 175. He came back down around the time of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? To 168. This is David Benavidez's division. It's 4 undefeated champions in the division. So David Benavidez ain't like, it's not like he the number one guy. It's not like he the only guy that I gotta see at 168. It's 4 niggas that got belts. Everybody that got a belt is undefeated.
I get that because it's any given Sunday you still gotta play the game, right? But you don't think David Benavidez would have beat Billy Joe Saunders?
Bro, I'm saying that David Benavidez is young, bro. They would have gave him problems. They would have gave him problems that I'm trying to tell you. They would have gave him problems.
The shit out Abner Yildirim.
That's what I'm saying. Canelo. What's Benavidez's best win of the year?
It's either the Caleb Plant or the Andrade.
So he beat Caleb Plant, right?
Yeah.
Canelo stopped him.
Yeah.
Canelo stopped him when he was undefeated.
Hey,
David Benavidez took him the distance.
David Benavidez took years off his life.
David Benavidez, 6'3".
Hey yo, he beat him to a
A
pulp.
weight bully.
That's what Canelo say. He like, yo, if you want this nigga to come in 25, 30 pounds overweight, yeah, I'll fight him, but I'm going to need 200 mil.
He's 6'3", a weight bully. Canelo stopped him when he was undefeated.
Hey yo, but the height don't mean nothing. Look at Fondora. Fondora's 6'6" and be coming into the fights 152. He fight at 154. Height don't mean nothing. It's stature. And this nigga can make the weight. You get what I'm saying?
Bruh.
And that's another thing where it just gotta be the same rules, bruh. If you fight at 168, my nigga, like I ain't saying you gotta be 168 in the ring, but you should be near there. If the rules allow this nigga to walk around at 300 pounds and then cut to 168, then my nigga, that's the rules. That you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not arguing.
I'm not saying nothing against that, bro. But I'm just saying like the outlook of how we look at shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we grade people on different scales. We grade the person that's looked at as the golden child and we put them up here and take the guy put them on a pedestal and take the guy that had to put the back rows and we take them down here and we grade them on different scales. It's like, nah, bro, if you trying to compare him, put him on the same scale and take who he fighting versus who he fighting. It's not comparable, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, until he fought Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade, it wasn't nobody on his resume that demanded a Canelo fight. It wasn't nobody on his resume that demanded him to be the #1 guy.
Hey, yo, see, that's where we get each other fucked up. Because if I'm your mandatory, then what does mandatory mean?
See, he's saying mandatory, right? But he's skipping over what I said.
They demanding us to fight, right?
Yeah.
But he's skipping over what I said. I said, how did you become mandatory?
Hey, yo, but
that's
see,
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not the mandatory.
I get it. Like, I get it. You feel like, all right, look, these niggas is getting put in a position that they ain't quite earned.
Exactly.
I get that. At the same time, they have deemed this nigga the mandatory. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But I'm saying,
if you my mandatory, and they be like, yes, hey, you're mandatory. And I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to move up to that weight class then since y'all trying to make me fight yo.
But I'm saying
but look, say you follow me. You get what I'm saying? To the next weight class. Mm-hmm. And he'd be like, nigga, I still ain't fighting you, nigga. Like, but that's what Canelo be doing.
That's what I'm saying. He only listen to it when it's a fighter that he don't like Lomachenko or one of these guys that he don't like. Right. If it's a fighter he don't listen to it. What I'm saying is all of the sanctioning bodies is corrupt. We shouldn't listen to nothing that they saying. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that every sanctioning body be qualifying guys as mandatories that's not qualified as mandatories. You shouldn't become a bro. It be guys that's mandatories that haven't beat a guy in the top 10. Now you just now said that you don't know much about boxing, right? Yeah. How the fuck do you become mandatory and you ain't beat nobody in the top 10?
But hey yo,
exactly.
if you that #1 fighter in the world, right? Okay. You the #1 contender. Yes. You are the #1 in this ranking system, right? Is you trying to hit that shit?
Nah.
Nah, nigga, not that. I googled this shit. I'm #1.
But listen, all right, so you're not trying to hear that, right? You're not trying to hear that, because if I'm the nigga that's coming up in that situation, I ain't trying to hear it either. But listen, how you feeling if you the nigga that done fought all the tough niggas already in the world and you done earned this spot where you sitting at? You ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hey, yo, if this nigga a bum, then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, he is the shit, right? #1 contender. And I'm just gonna take my easy fight and make my money and let y'all market it.
It's not about that, bro. Sometimes it's like, bro, I earned my spot to get here, bro. I'm gonna fight who I want to fight. So the problem is, it's like, all right, so Canelo won all the belts at 168, right? Mm-hmm. He was undisputed. David Benavidez got stripped of his belt because he was overweight. Canelo won all the belts at one, right? So that was the second time he got stripped. That was the second time he got stripped, right? Yeah. So he got stripped of all his belts. Canelo won all the belts at 168. Okay. So people were saying, bro, fight Benavidez. He went up to the next weight class and fought an undefeated champion at 175, an undefeated guy. Benavidez. Bivol, and lost. That's what we was talking about. He lost.
Hey, yo, they had to back him in a corner.
So instead of saying, like, bro, he just went up and took a challenge and you feel me, it ain't pay out for him. Yeah. Niggas trying to make it seem like he did that because he was scared to fight Benavidez.
I got you, bro.
And he didn't really want to fight. I'm like, bro.
Hey, yo, so he not scared to fight Benavidez?
If he don't fight him, I just said it's a duck, but I said it's the time for the fight now, because now, in the last year, listen, in the last year. He didn't say
no, for the record.
In the last year, Benavidez fought Caleb Plant and he fought Andrade. That's two of the guys that's at the top of the division. Yeah.
So, and one of which the nigga Canelo wasn't trying to fight for dear life either.
Bro, everybody that he's naming, right? is niggas that I'm saying everybody is on the same list of niggas that ain't fight nobody. That's like, bro, Canelo, the top guy, he looking out into a field. It's hella niggas in the field.
It's like 20v1.
Everybody on the same level. Ain't nobody fight each other. You feel me?
That's because
so
you
we
have
from America, so we relate to the, you feel me, the nigga that came up like us, like we looking at him like, bro, I think he could beat Canelo. His style was problem for Canelo. Oh, Canelo ain't fighting him, he ducking him. Like, bro, he on the same level as everybody else. He ain't beat nobody.
Hey, yo,
he ain't
the nigga that he just named, the nigga that he just named ain't fight not one world champion ever in his life. And the first world champion he fought, he lost.
Hey yo, but that's why UFC.
That's who Canelo is.
That's why UFC is more entertaining than, more exciting than boxing.
Okay.
Because the boxers have too much control, and I'm all for being your own boss, my guy. At the same time, when they start fucking with the actual
product,
it's like, bruh, right now we all waiting for Tank, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Ryan Garcia to fight each other.
That should be the tournament.
And they taking forever to do this shit because
They
why?
not. I don't
They
think
all
they
got
is.
too much control.
They not. See, you're not looking at it.
If this
the
was
right way.
Dana White, these niggas would have been on the rematches already.
See what? All right. See, I agree with what he's saying in a sense.
yeah.
In a sense, whereas though, I want to see the best fight the best.
Fact.
But what I'm saying is, he think them niggas is the best. We think Tank and Shakur is the best.
Right.
We haven't seen them prove that.
I mean, but look,
Lomachenko's still out there. You get what I'm saying? Niggas like that is still out there. And what I'm saying is, Tank versus Lomachenko is
wanna see that fight.
a better fight than Tank versus Shakur.
Ooh, I wanna
it is a
see
way
that.
better fight.
Tank and
Shakur
Lomachenko
versus
can happen?
Lomachenko.
Styles make fights.
That's what I'm
Styles
saying.
Wait a minute.
So don't skip over that.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Lomachenko's in Tank's division?
He a champion. That's what I just said.
Tank
They've
ain't
been
fought
there the whole
that
time.
nigga yet?
But
They
that's what I'm
always
trying
been
to
in the
tell
same
you, yo.
division.
It's the
That's
business.
Not, that's not, as my man would say, that's not a duck.
A
on Tank.
duck.
Hey, yo,
It's a
no,
duck.
that's a
He
duck,
not gonna
my
call
nigga.
it a
That's
duck.
a
It's
duck,
a duck.
my
Hey, yo.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, hold up.
That's why. That's sometimes you gotta get a nigga in a conversation that don't got a horse in the race.
He
don't got a horse in the
He
race.
don't got all the information.
Bro, that's a
Hey,
duck,
yo,
bro.
hear me out. After all we just said about
Yeah.
the business,
Yeah.
the separate entities, all the different hands in the pot.
Okay.
You think that the decision is Tank's?
I'm gonna show you an interview where Tank literally said out his mouth, bro, on
That's
the
why
Breakfast Club.
Tank is not with TBE no more, and that's why he's still with Showtime. I mean, he's still with PBC. I mean, he's still with Al Heyman, but he's not with Floyd no more.
Right.
And Leonard Ellaby.
Bro, I'm gonna show you
they
an
probably
interview.
still secretly with Joe. But the point I'm trying to get to is that, like, it's not up to the fighter. The fighter, the fighter like the rapper.
I'ma
He the
show you
lowest
an
nigga on the
interview.
totem pole. You don't make no decisions.
I'm gonna show you
just
an
spin
interview
records.
where on the Breakfast Club where they asked him about Lomachenko when he was young, and he was like, "It's too early in my career for me to be taking a fight like that." On top of that, he said,
I seen it. He was fat at the time.
On top of that, he always went around that fight. That always been Tank is the old. Listen, Tank is the oldest one out of all of the guys that we talking about, right? Tank is about to be 30. All the guys we talking about 25, 26.
Except for Lomachenko.
Right. So he was the guy that was supposed to fight Lomachenko.
Exactly.
Tiafimo and Devin Haney already fought him.
But
You get what I'm saying? It's a duck. They came
a
from
duck, my
130 together.
That's a duck,
These
yeah.
niggas ain't 130 pounds.
Like I
Tiafimo
said,
and Devin Haney
You
ain't fight
think
at
it was
130.
his decision?
Yes,
Nah,
bro. He
yeah,
did not
bro,
want to
like, come
fight
on,
him.
man.
Hey yo, you don't think he was just regurgitating shit that they were saying in the meetings that he felt like he had to say?
I'm telling you,
in
two
front of the
things
camera?
can be true. I'm telling you that's true.
I go with that.
But
two
I'm
things can
also
be true.
telling you that he didn't want to fight Lomachenko, bro. That was a risky fight because
Hey yo, I don't
at the
think,
beginning of his career, bro, that was a risky fight, bro.
Hey yo, I don't think he don't want to fight nobody. I think I think if you gave him the option, he would go put himself in dumb situations. And
Bro.
these niggas is worried about the money aspect of it. So that's why they not gonna let these fights happen. Because
Okay.
right now Tank get all the attention. So right now, since he getting all the attention, and you not Devin Haney,
Yeah.
you got all the belts and all the accolades, and don't nobody give a fuck, and he don't got all that shit that you got, and everybody give a fuck. So if we trying to fill this fucking arena, you not gonna be able to pull your share of this shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's why the fights don't be happening. It's not because Tank don't want to fight. It's because the money don't make sense. And then that's coming from higher up. If you allow, if you tell these niggas to go to the gym right now and go put the gloves on, you think Tank not gonna go?
I agree with what you're saying, but there's still a duck even from the promoter.
That's what I'm saying. So in a sense, like where I say like Tank and Devin Haney is a big fight now that I think should happen now. Yeah. But people were saying no, but people were saying that fight should have happened 4 years ago.
It should have happened yesterday.
And I'm saying that 4 years ago, it wouldn't be the fight that it is today.
Gotcha.
Because Devin Haney has fought guys that has proved him to be in a position, and Tank has fought guys that proved him to be in a position.
That's the difference between boxing then and boxing now. Muhammad Ali fought Ken Norton. Ken Norton had 17 wins. You get what I'm saying? You'd have never known who Ken Norton was.
He fought somebody, bro, to be in that position, bro. He fought a gatekeeper.
They was going by the ranking system more.
That's what I'm saying, though. He fought somebody to be in that.
But nowadays, he wouldn't have fought yo.
No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying that big fights can happen at the time that they need to happen. As boxing fans, the problem that we have as boxing fans is that we want the fights that we want with our eye test. That's what I'm saying. 4 years ago, we looked at Devin Haney and Tank as two black niggas that, you know what I'm saying, got beef, and in the same weight class, they need to fight each other.
Hey, yo, by that standard, it's going to be no trilogies.
No, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
Not what I'm saying,
like,
bro. They still young. They still young, bro. They in their 20s.
That's why they need to fight now.
That's what ain't that what I just said?
They should have fought yesterday.
Wow.
They should have fought 3 weeks ago. Last year, 2 years ago. They should have fought and we'd have been on the rematches and the trilogies by now. We'd have already known who the best out of them niggas.
But it's not about who the best out of them. It's about who the best in their division. That's what I'm saying about boxing, bro. It need to be a tournament for the division. Every division needs to have a tournament. That's what I'm trying to get out of boxing. Like every division, we need to see who the best out of every division.
That would be dope as a bitch.
We just want to see two fights between
niggas
that we think is a good matchup.
That's the shit right there.
We got like 10 minutes left, right? I'm gonna give y'all some scenarios. I just want to know y'all feelings on them. All right. These are potential fights that ESPN says they want to see soon, and they go by weight class.
Okay.
All right. We already saw Tyson Fury and Usyk, and that's the top weight class, right? Mm-hmm. So under that is what?
No, that ain't the top weight class.
Well,
the heaviest weight class.
Under that, we got light heavy. They want to see Artur
Beterbiev
versus Dmitry
Bivol.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough scrap.
All right. They definitely want to see Canelo versus.
But you want to see us break every fight down?
Yeah, go on.
I think that that fight was supposed to happen June 1st, but it's getting postponed. So I was picking Beterbiev going into it, but he got like a torn meniscus or something in his knee or something like that. So and he
done now. I got Bivol.
Yeah, I got Bivol. He like 38 years old, so I got Bivol.
Torn meniscus, 38 years old. You about to fight a young whippersnapper that actually got he boxed, he slick. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I got Bivol.
Yeah, and honestly, yo, it's just time, bro. Like, yo, you got 100% knockout ratio.
That's what they say.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what he 19 to 20-0 for real or something? 20-0 for real, like. Bruh, that's normally when shit start changing for you niggas, for real. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's the next fight on there?
If Canelo and Benavidez fought today, who you got?
I got Canelo. At 168, I got Canelo.
See, we was just talking about this. Like, I don't like the fact that he waited till he moved up a weight class and try and make him move back down. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Okay. That's a big part of this shit. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't like Canelo, because you hear how he kind of was like, yeah, Canelo moved up to 175, be the top fighter. But what he didn't say was that nigga fought like a month before then. You get what I'm saying? Was in like a crazy tough ass fight.
3 months before that, but we gonna go ahead.
Hey yo, honestly, after watching that fight, you don't think that nigga still had no type ailments after?
Which fight we talking
3
about?
months from then.
Kovalev versus
Anthony Yard.
All right, so Canelo moved up 2 weight classes to 175 to knock out Kovalev.
Okay.
Feel me? A Hall of Fame.
But he had just fought.
3 months before. He fought 3 months before that. That's the.
But he
normal
just was
time
in a
gap
car
in between.
accident.
He knocked the nigga out. The nigga that he talking about, he was in a car accident. Wow.
But he was
knocked
getting
nigga
the
out.
shit beat out of him. Hey yo, when I say he was getting the shit beat out of him, he was getting beat the fuck up for the majority of the fight. And experience and the fact that he a crafty veteran, you get what I'm saying? He pulled the fight out.
Shout out to
But
the crafty vet.
at the same time, in 3 months, my nigga, you just got over you still taking concussion protocol, my nigga.
Facts.
But if Canelo call you,
You got
that's the money, my nigga. Yeah,
Was he the mandatory?
You said in 3 months? No, he wasn't a mandatory.
I'm fucking with you.
Canelo picked him out the crowd.
Let's get this money.
You that just got in a car accident.
Let's get
for real.
this money.
You that just got your ass whooped, but you won.
Come on
Come
down.
here. Yeah. And this nigga still was probably sore, bruh. Like,
He took it.
yeah, he took the fight because the money.
See, and that's when his promoter should have took the fucking duck, nigga.
Hey, yo, but
Look out for your fighter.
Hey, yo,
Hey,
but
yo,
now,
a nigga coming up 2 week list.
so he just fought the other day.
They was sleeping.
Hey yo, he just fought the other day, bruh. I like that Kovalev out of all the Canelo fights. I put that down there with the Chavez Jr. fight.
Nah, come on, yo.
I put that down there with the Chavez Jr. fight.
All right.
Because he did, was still, he didn't fight like Kovalev.
Cheat him. Who you got, yo? Canelo or Benavidez?
Benavidez.
All right.
Young guy.
Moving
Going
down.
with the young guy.
Junior middleweight. Terrence Crawford versus Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu?
Yeah, I got Crawford. But I don't think that fight gonna happen no more because Zoo just lost to Fondora.
Oh no.
And yeah, that don't nobody know what's going on with that because Errol Spence supposed to fight Fondora. Fondora just beat Zoo. Terrence Crawford was trying to be the one to fight him, but they kind of doing that politics shit.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford was the first person to. All right, the fight was originally supposed to be Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. Okay. Keith Thurman got hurt in camp. Sebastian Fondora filled in for Keith Thurman. So when it was Keith Thurman versus Tszyu, Terrence Crawford said, I got the winner. So Keith Thurman got hurt. Fondora filled in. Now Fondora beats Tszyu.
Gotcha.
So that means that
so
Terrence
convoluted.
Crawford is supposed to be the guy that he had first dibs at the winner of this fight.
Okay.
But because it's PBC, Errol Spence, who Terrence Crawford just beat the shit out of,
Right.
he got first dibs because it's in his stable.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Got
And
it.
that's the politics shit that I'm talking about, for real. Because he just beat the fuck out you, bro. You really need to go sit down and chill and relax, bro. Because you just got in a car accident and a car accident.
Again, another car accident.
You get what I'm saying?
Darius, who you got, yo? Terrence Crawford or Tim Tszyu?
I think that's a good fight. I'm gonna go with Crawford off the fact that I never seen him lose.
He don't like Crawford.
I'm gonna go with Crawford off the fact that I never seen him lose. But I think that's a tough fight.
I'll give you
Terrence Crawford, if you see this joint, yo, Darius don't fuck with you like that, yo. So if you see
That's
him at
fucked
the
up.
Royal
I'll give you
Farms,
3 more. Devin Haney. Devin Haney versus Jerron Ennis.
That's not a good fight.
that's
at all.
not a good fight at all.
Welterweight?
Boots beat the
Boots?
fuck out Haney. Boots will beat the fuck out Haney.
We in agreement.
He will beat
next.
shit down his leg.
Next one. That's not a good fight.
They want to see Tank versus Shakur. If
I
if
think
they
Tank
fought
beat
tomorrow.
Shakur. I think Tank beat Shakur easy for real. Like Shakur gonna make it a boring ass fight, but Tank can press you. You get what I'm saying? Tank not gonna start the fight off trying to press you. He gonna make him try and press him. And if Shakur press him, then he lost. You lost, my nigga. Like, cause that ain't what you do. But Tank can press yo. You get Tank. Hey yo, it's the same thing I'm saying about this Frank Martin fight. Like Shakur wanna go step out there with Tank for real. At the same time, bro, that nigga performs under the lights.
I'll
Like
give you that.
you
Tank.
ain't been, you never been under the lights. You've never been tied and it's the fifth round, and you go back to the corner and you look, and Denzel Washington and Beyonce sitting there at the side. You've never been. And he just gave her a mean elbow for real. Like,
he got inspired and shit.
Like bro, no, you've never seen that for real. Like, so Tank do that shit and be talking to the crowd.
Yeah.
You said what? You said what, Jay? Oh, I know, because Drake, because I seen Drake.
That shit gonna get his goofy ass knocked out, too.
Hey, yo, but like, I don't like it when he do it. At the same time, that go to show how comfortable he is in the moment. You get what I'm saying? And that's the difference between him and them. He be comfortable as fuck in the moment. Like, niggas like Rolly, that what's it called? Adrenaline dump you get what I'm saying? When you a little bit too anxious for yourself. Yeah, that shit is a real thing, bro. You just looked out and seen motherfucking Rihanna sitting right there with A$AP Rocky for real. Like, you see that. You in the corner. Like, that shit is a tough thing for them. And I don't think he ever been in that type situation for real. Like, every time he in a big fight or he fighting against a big puncher, it's a boring fight for a reason. You get what I'm saying? He don't take chances. He go into a survival mode. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think that's going to beat Tank. He not going to win rounds fighting Tank like that.
I mean, I think that if they fought right now today, Tank will win. But that's the thing about boxing, like with politics, is you don't know when to expect that fight to happen.
Yeah.
If that shit happen 2 years from now, to be honest, I pick Shakur. Shakur about 26. And I think that Tank's style, I think that Tank got the ability to adapt. Don't get me wrong. That's why I said I pick him today if they fought. Mm-hmm. But we haven't really seen him go get nobody. Everybody that he fought
Tank
in big fights been big punchers that's trying to come get him.
Tank.
And he just counter. So we haven't seen him open up with a lot of punches. He got the lowest probably punch output between all the champions in boxing right now. He throw probably like 8 punches around.
I noticed that too.
So
hey yo, he go get niggas when they need to be
a guy that's defensively responsible, right? That's not going to make those mistakes that a guy that's just coming to get him is going to make. It'll be an interesting fight. And I think that, like I said, time will tell. So the longer it play on, I favor Shakur, but I favor Tank right now.
All right, that's the last fight I have for y'all. Go ahead, get your shit off, then we gotta wrap it up, play.
Hey yo, like, he go get niggas when it's time to go get them. He's the smaller nigga normally in fights. You get what I'm saying? So he can't just go walk you down. He gotta wait until you drain yourself a little bit, then he go walk you down. You get what I'm saying? You understand that. But like, I got him walking Shakur down, bro. Like, he ain't going. You gotta make Tank respect that shit. It's the same thing as a Canelo. Like, if Canelo don't respect your pop, then he gonna beat you the fuck up. And I don't got your, like, Shakur don't be putting niggas out. You get what I'm saying? He don't be putting niggas down to where those niggas shit. Like, he would, like, nigga with fear pressing him.
But I think that if Tank is being patient, Shakur have shown like the punch in combination, and you know what I'm saying, to not what Tank type of power, but punch in combination. You know what I'm saying? So to be winning a lot of the earlier rounds, and Tank I could see a fight where Tank needing a knockout to win a fight because he down on the cards. That's what I'm saying.
I get that.
It's not really that I'm saying that Shakur is so much better than him. I'm saying that time will tell. So Tank at 33 and Shakur at 28.
But Shakur, the way Shakur just fought De Los Santos, right? Well, that's his name?
Yeah.
De Los Santos. The way that Shakur just fought De Los Santos, right? De Los Santos not Tank.
He had a
they explosive.
He said he had a hurt hand though.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. What was the excuse with the other nigga that can punch? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Every time you can fight a nigga that can punch, you'll fight apprehensive as a bitch.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, like, I think it'd just be a boring fight. I think Tank will be pressing him the majority of the fight because he gonna be moving back, and you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even see how you like him because you don't like niggas that move. You get what I'm saying?
But
you like niggas that sit in the pocket.
But that's the
You get what I'm
thing. I
saying?
think that when he at his best, if you seen him when he at his best, he been beating niggas up off of being in the
counters.
pocket. Yeah, off of the counters. It's not so much backing up.
But he another one of them niggas that all right. He another one of them niggas that you'll be like, yo, who did he fight to be so highly ranked?
I think that he fought niggas that I see. You don't respect the niggas that I respect. I respect Oscar Valdez and Jamel Hearn and the niggas that he beat.
I respect them niggas. Jamel Hearn was a champion. Oscar Valdez was champion. You know what I'm
so
saying?
he unified and he a 3-division champion. Like, see, now he fought for a vacant belt at 135. You feel me? But he a 3-division champion. I respect him.
But what I'm trying to say is, like the same way. I forgot what I was about to say.
Shout out ACOG Club Podcast Salute. Y'all can go ahead and wrap it up though. We got a couple minutes left, about 2. Y'all got any closing thoughts?
One set of rules. Boxing.
One set of rules. I'm fucking
You
with
get what I'm saying?
I'm fucking with
Yeah.
the tournament too.
I think tournament style. You feel me? But yeah, we just.
Even if that one set of rules is a tournament.
Yeah, it should be
I don't
the
give a fuck.
tournament with the one set of rules.
Hey yo, I don't even give a fuck what the rules is. You get what I'm saying?
I got some shit for y'all
Just
next
say
week.
one standard set of rules.
I looked up the
Dana White this shit.
Olympic rules,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna present that to y'all next week for this tournament.
that's a bet. You feel me? We gonna have some shit. It's a couple fights this weekend. You feel me? So we gonna have some different shit to talk about next weekend.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Who fight this weekend real fast?
Yeah, real quick.
It's the tournament. It's the 5. We should have got into that for
5v5.
real. It's
Yeah,
5v5 for real.
real-
That don't even happen.
Real quick, June 1st, the 5v5, Deontay Wilder, the main event versus Gile Zhang, Big Bang Zhang,
Yeah.
the Chinese champion.
Genghis Khan.
It's gonna be a knockout either way. So if you betting FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever, bet knockout either way because neither one of these guys got the defense to stand up to each other. But it's Matchroom versus Queensberry, Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren. You got Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford, 126 champion.
Philippe.
Philip Hergovich versus Danny Dubois.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be for the IBF title at heavyweight.
It's going to be. They already stripped the nigga.
You got Ammo Williams versus Shamraz, a UK fighter.
You said Craig Richards versus Willie Hutchinson.
Craig
Hey, yo,
Richards versus
but
Shamraz.
it's really
At
two promoters.
175.
It's really two promoters that don't really fuck with each other. But then the sheik of Saudi Arabia
Like,
is
let's put
spinning this
thing
bread
together.
Yeah,
was like,
Sheik.
hey yo, hey look,
Exactly.
this what I want to see.
Yeah, that's
so
what they do.
I'm paying this bread.
Shout out His Excellency, you feel me?
Yeah,
Check that sheep.
yeah,
He's
Turkey.
saving boxing.
Shout out to Turkey, my nigga. Alashish.
On that note, 6313 podcast, episode 1. I appreciate y'all, man. We be back next week. Same time, maybe not, in case fellas want to switch it up, but we will see y'all. Appreciate y'all niggas, man.